Good afternoon on this side. I'm Dr. Lorene. So statistics show that there are more people that are in pain and more people that aren't on the journey of healing than there are people that are on the journey of healing, that have the right people around them, that have good counsel, that have good mentors, spiritual leaders, such and such. But there's more people that do not, you guys. So if we live in a world, right, where the majority of people are hurt, the majority of the people aren't seeking therapy, the majority of people they don't have spiritual counsel from ministers, uh, evangelists, prophetess, people that can speak life into their lives, right? What does that tell you? That tells you that there are more people out here spreading harm to one another than there are people spreading goodness to one another, right? I watched a live the other day, well, a couple months ago, and somebody was sitting there crying. They said, "I just don't have any good people in my life. I just don't have any good people in my life." And it broke my heart to watch this guy cry. And the thing is, statistically, you guys, there are more bad people in the world than there are good people, you guys. There are more people that need to be worked on, right, than people that are actually walking the path of righteousness, going to therapy, not perfect, but actually working towards becoming a better person. So where does that leave the few people, right? Because there's people that come to me, I can't find any good people around me. I can't find any good friends, right? So then that leaves you with a small percentage of people that are looking to make connections with people that aren't fully there. They're there, but they're not able to foster the connections, because when you don't have that within yourself, it's hard to foster that connection with other people. So what do? You intentionally or unintentionally hurt people that you should be helping, right? So this leaves people that, I'm not saying they're perfect, but the people that have the right intentions to be more vulnerable to the people out here that don't have the right intentions, right? What do you do if you're in that situation? You have to take your time. Sadly, people in that situation that have the right intention, that want to foster healthy relationships, they are wanting friendships, you guys. God created us to have a community. When he created Adam, he created Eve. He wanted a community, right? He wanted someone. He said man should not be alone. So it is a natural feeling to want a connection with people. The thing is that we don't take our time to ensure that these connections are godly connections. These connections are righteous connections. These connections are connections that are going to advance our life, enhance our lives. We are just jumping into these relationships. And then what begins to happen is that we tend to compromise. Right? Because we want this relationship, we want this friendship so bad. We tend to compromise instead of taking our time, because there are good people out here, but it just takes some time to delineate whether this is just a person that they're showing up as in the beginning, or is this the person who they really are. So that takes time, and we have to begin to take our time, you guys. Matthew 7:6 says, it says, do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before swine. Do not throw your pearls before swine, you guys. Because what are they going to do? They're going to trample over it. They're going to destroy you, whether they want to or they don't, because there's things inside of them they have to work on. So when there's things inside of them like bitterness, jealousy, unforgiveness, you guys, the need to control, the need to manipulate, guess what they're going to do? Once they get a piece of your pearls, they're going to throw all that stuff on you. That bitterness is going to be on you. That jealousy is going to be on you. That envy is going to be on you. That need to control, that need to manipulate is going to be on you, you guys. That's why the Bible clearly says it. Do not give dogs what's holy. What does holy mean? It means set apart. It means set apart. You're set apart because you are actually working on the parts of yourself that needs to be worked on. And God sees you. You're not just allowing the world to just You're not just conforming to the world, you're set apart from it. And the sad thing about that is that unhealed people sometimes are attracted to your light. And when they're attracted to your light, you guys, run, because guess what they're going to try to do? Try to dim your light. They are going to try to dim your light, because in that stage of their life, you guys, they don't know how to do anything else. They don't know how to do anything else. But then also you have to work on the part of you that attracts people like that, right? There is a root. So that's why it's important to constantly go through the journey of healing, searching yourself, you guys, figuring out what parts of myself do I need to work on, because there's never a part of yourself that's 100%, right? We're human beings. So there may be some codependency there, right? Maybe you have some issues as a child, some trauma. There may be some people pleasing, right? Although you see this person isn't good, you still want to entertain that individual because you have a need to people please, even though they may be jerks, right? You may have some trust issues. You may have some trauma bonding that you're creating. And trauma bonds are dangerous, you guys. You attract this individual because you say, okay, we have a lot of similarities, right? A lot of similarities, kind of grew up with a rough background, but a lot of times, you guys, when we're attracting what's familiar and we're not healed, we're causing ourselves to self-destruct. When we're attracting what's familiar and we're not healing, we're causing ourselves to self-destruct. For example, you may not have broken that cycle of domestic violence, and you tend to be attracted to men that are a little rough or too aggressive, right? Because that familiarity to you is like comforting. So it is so important that you guys at that time, that some people are so afraid of being alone that they'll take anything. But in isolation, you guys, in isolation, you can become your best selves. The thing about the eagle, right? When the eagle is preparing to become anew, he flies to the highest mountaintop. He plucks every feather out of him until he is bald. And he's the most vulnerable because he doesn't have his feathers to protect him, you guys. But guess what? He stays up there until he has new feathers. I'm telling you in this time that it's time to get new feathers, a new coat. And that means plucking all the old things that don't serve you anything in this time of your life. Things that don't bring you happiness, things that don't bring you joy, things that bring you bitterness, you guys, you have to let those things go. You got to let them go. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, bad company corrupts good character. Bad company corrupts good character. You could be a good person, but you're commingling with people that you know aren't good. But guess what? It corrupts you. There was a study that said that if there's a group of 5 people and one of them are psychopaths, guess what? The others begin to have those psychopathic tendencies. Bad company corrupts good character. It is so important, you guys, to take your time, isolate sometimes, pray, wait for God to answer your prayers. Is this person supposed to be in my life? Is this person good or not? And not rush. Psalms 1:1-2 says, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly. Not in the counsel of the ungodly, but in the counsel of righteous, good people, godly people, healed people, you guys. So if this message is for you, I hope you learn something from it. Have a absolute blessed day. And I want to say this. I'm not just talking because I'm an expert. Yes, I'm an expert in this field, but I'm talking because I've experienced this time and time again. Because as empaths, as good people, right? As good people, we want to believe that people are good. We want to believe that people have the right intentions for us. And when they don't, it hurts, you guys. It hurts bad. So, but it is better to wait than to rush and get hurt. So if you have to isolate for a time, not the whole time, you guys, for a little bit of time in order to get anew, do that. I hope this message blesses somebody. Have a great day.